Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. My name is Krista Ann, and I'm here with fellow business owner UG, and we're here to have just a little discussion. I'll introduce myself a little bit for people that are watching me from UG's page, because the people on my page know me, I hope, anyways. So I live in Ontario, Canada, Trenton, Ontario, Canada. I was born in Germany, but my family moved here when I was very young to Canada, and I've moved around a little bit, but this is where I've settled. I'm a mom of two girls and a nana of four, and my background is in administrative, office management mostly. And now I'm a digital business owner and I'm loving it, actually. What about you, Yuji? How about you introduce yourself a little bit to our audience?
Okay, hi everyone. Good afternoon from Belgium. I am Yuji Chika, originally from Nigeria, and I live in Belgium with my daughter. I am a business analyst by profession, and then I run my digital business on a part-time basis. That's just a little bit about myself, and I'm looking, forward to our conversation, our chat this afternoon. Thank you for having me, Krista. Yeah,
Oh, that's it's a pleasure meeting you, Yuji. Thank you for taking
yeah.
your time. So today we wanted to concentrate on skepticism and mindset. So we'll start with skepticism little bit about whether we had skepticism and the skepticism out there. For as far as me, I didn't have a whole lot of skepticism about the business, just because I hadn't. I was one of the lucky ones who did not get into any ventures online that were not authentic. So
Mhm,
my first try was a great try.
mhm,
So for me, it was not about skepticism. When I came across when the ad came across my feed, I have learned to follow my intuition. And my intuition told me right away that this is what I had been looking for. So
mhm,
I didn't have to really battle skepticism. Of course, I had those questions come up. Do your research, make sure this is legitimate. All that stuff. But I always kept coming back to my original feeling of this is what I've been looking for, and it didn't steer me wrong. And it hasn't in my whole life. I've always followed my intuition. And yeah, this business has been a blessing for me. But I did do my research. I watched all the available webinars, and I did my own research on the side just for due diligence. That's just smart, right?
yeah,
Um,
of
but
course.
there and there are people that are really skeptical, and take a long time to come into the business, and that's okay, because skepticism is a real thing, and there's a lot of things out there that aren't legitimate.
Mhm.
I'm just glad that my first chance was a legitimate opportunity. So go ahead, Eugene. What do you think about skepticism?
Well, that's a very good question. I mean, considering the kind of business that we do, we are online business owners, and what we do is basically attraction marketing. So we leverage the online space for our job. You know, Having said that, we do know that there's a lot of fraud scammers out there. So
Mhm.
it would be normal or natural for someone to be hesitant, right? For someone to have doubt, you know. But just like you, when I was searching, I was already at a place where I wanted something. I mean, I haven't been in this space before. I haven't done anything online except, normal ordering stuff for consumption and posting stuff on Facebook or WhatsApp status. Other than that, I didn't have any experience. But when I came across this ad, in fact, I've been seeing it for over a year on
Uh-huh.
my friend's WhatsApp status, but I just overlook. At that time, I wasn't hungry. You need to be hungry to see food to be able to eat, right? So when I mean hungry, I wasn't at a place in my life where I really, really desired a boost in my financial situation. But when I was in the time where I really desired change, I started noticing and paying more attention to, whatever my friend was posting. And then I asked a lot of questions from her. And when I signed up, I took, because I'm the kind of person that it doesn't really take me a lot of time to make up my mind. I do my due diligence, and once my mind is set on something, I run with it. And I've always had that entrepreneurial spirit. As an entrepreneur, yeah, you need to be able to have open mind, face challenges, and take risk, calculated risk, I would say. So I've done a lot of minor businesses when I was in school, and even when I relocated to Belgium, I've done stuff here and there. So it was easy for me to just dive into a business after I had done my due diligence. So for me, it was basically researching. And how did I do my research? When I watched the 90 minutes webinar, I signed up to her page and watched 90 minutes webinar, and I was let into a private group where all the leads, would be on Facebook. And what I did was to keep exploring those pages, exploring the individual pages. So I explored the page, anybody who posts something, and all the commenters below. I go in to just do a random sampling of the posters or commenters profile. And when my friend goes online, the lady who I knew about this community, when she goes live, out of curiosity, I look at people who comment, go to their pages, explore. And what I was trying to do is just to have a feel of who these people are, have a feel of if they are real, because they cannot, I mean, a community of over 190,000 people cannot just come agree to want us to scam people. It's not possible,
Yeah.
So I felt more comfortable going through all their pages, and that's got it for me. And all of my researches and due diligence was kind of building my knowledge base, and I was gaining confidence as every time I research. And I watched about different webinars. That means I watched it like 3 weeks. So it was a lot of, because if you want to start a business, whether it's an online business or a traditional business, you have to do your visibility study. So for me, that was my visibility study. Every material, I kept learning, to really understand what I was going into, because I knew that if I go into it, I'm not going to back out until I start seeing the success that I desire. And I told myself, all those people who are successful in this business, they do not have two heads, they have one head like I am, like I have. And why not? There are people like me, So that was what helped me to overcome my skepticism. And I would always, tell people that excessive skepticism can actually lead to missed opportunities. You just have to face your fears, find out why you are afraid, deal with it step by step, one after the other, and just run with it. You can be dilly dallying, and people are making successes. I mean, it's a different thing when you say this is not for me, but it's a different thing when you say you feel this is for you, but you are skeptical, you are afraid because you've been hurt before or scammed before. That's not how to grow. If you have a growth mindset, I mean, that's another part of our topic. So I will not digress there. So let me stop here for now.
Okay. Well, you made some really wonderful points, Yuji. I love
Mm-hmm.
it. So many people allow fear to stop them from doing things. I
Yeah.
felt I felt the fear as well coming in here. I didn't have any doubts because
Mm-hmm.
I really trusted my intuition.
Instinct. Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
fear, obviously, that's just normal. You're normal because it was foreign to me. I'd never worked online. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, I've never owned a business of my own. Like I was totally green coming into this. Totally
Mm-hmm.
agree. So I had a lot of fear come in, especially after I joined too, because I thought, oh my goodness, I got so much to learn.
Yeah.
So that, but it's possible, obviously, because I have learned it. And if you apply yourself, you can learn it and you want to, and you can get past your fear. And it's
Yeah.
the rewards are just so great. Like
Numerous. Yeah.
it's worth the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you brought up so many good points. So that takes us into the growth mindset and to mindset. And that's when I really found that I really started growing my business, was when I really got into the growth mindset.
Yeah.
After I got from the learning, learned the basics and what I needed to do to navigate the business, um, and then get into the growth, really positive mindset, which I love about our community. That's what our
Mm-hmm.
whole community is all about: is growth, supporting each other, bringing out the best in each other, helping each
Mm-hmm.
other. And when I really got into the growth mindset, that's when my business really started to grow as well.
That's
Because,
right.
and that goes with anything, not only this business, but anything in your life that you are trying to develop or grow.
Mm-hmm.
You need a positive mindset. You need to believe in what you're doing. You need to believe in yourself, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah. So what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I quite agree with you because you said something which is very true. You said the growth mindset is applicable to every facet of life. Yeah, it's not just about business, right?
Right.
So if you set out that you're going to have a failed relationship, the relationship is gonna fail. If you set out that you're not going to pass an examination, you're going to fail. So the mindset is very important, and that's why everybody says have a positive mindset, right?
Yeah.
So for people, if you really want to succeed or grow in everything, in anything that you're doing, what you practically need to do is, first of all, have an open mind. If you're
Yeah.
open-minded, then you're more inclined to accepting every situation and viewing it from different perspectives, right?
Yeah.
And that's how you learn from your mistakes too, because you grow when you able to identify you've made a mistake, kind of come back, look at what went wrong, the actions you took, that led to a failure or a mistake, and take measures, corrective measures, so that they don't happen anymore. A growth mindset that you have to keep learning, keep improving your knowledge capacity, because how do you even grow if you do not learn? We learn every day as individuals. In fact, there is a human library in Denmark. So the human library, people come to the library every day, sit, and other people walk in and have a chat with people, exchange experiences, shared experiences, past experiences, what they learned, how they failed, how they picked up, how they succeed. 15 to 20 minutes with each person is actually a library. When I was doing a research, I stumbled into that. And you do know that we actually stop living when you stop learning, you
Yes.
know, because in our community, for instance, that's why we do our masterminds every week. And the mastermind is loaded with information, new strategies, business dynamics updates, and all of that, because you need to stay updated with current affairs in the business. You need to stay updated with new business strategies, and learn from people who are more successful than you in the business. You know,
Yeah.
and having a growth mindset too is being able to accept to take feedback, right? Being able to take feedback. If you're someone who shuts down on feedbacks, how do you grow? For instance, in every establishment, as an employee, I'm still an employee, right? As an employee who has a 9 to 5, I do a mid-year conversation and end-year appraisals, right? So every 2 years we are appraised, and the appraiser is just not literally telling you how you've done over the months, the first year, the first 6 months and the last 6 months of the year, how you're doing. areas of improvement, areas that you need to, put in more effort and you're really doing well. And that is how the mindset we should also have in our businesses, being able to appraise ourselves in our businesses. Where are the areas that we need support, collaborative support from other business partners? Where are the areas that we are really lacking and need more push? So
Yeah.
that's how we grow in business, and even other areas of our lives. And we can just go on and on and on and on. But the most important thing is to be able to have a healthy, a positive mindset, and also keep our mental space healthy. Because in fact, if our mental space is not healthy, you're putting in all jargons and everything in your mental space, you're not going to be productive, and stable enough to assimilate what really matters in your business. So when your mental space is healthy, then you're more aligned and focused to what really matters in your business. You kind of like balance yourself. Know when it's your downtime, you need to relax. Know when you need to be productive. Just plan yourself around your business and focus on what will grow your business or take you to the next level. So the mindset is really important in everything that we do.
Yeah.
So it's just like an analogy, like a farmer who has a farmland. If you do not weed, consistently, the unwanted crops or the weed is going to, interfere with the growth of what you planted, and then you're not going to, harvest when it's harvest time, right? You're not going to be able to, harvest when it's harvest time. That's the same way our mind processes. So you need to weed out those things that are not important, those things that are going to distract you. It actually, like, feed your focus, and then weed out all the distractions. So
Yeah.
that's it for me.
Yeah, no, you had some wonderful points, and I really appreciate your in-depth description of mindset and everything.
Yeah.
And it's so true in our community and our training. We have so many resources, not only in
Hmm.
our training but our weekly masterminds, that
Yeah.
we can be as successful or not in our business as we choose, because the resources are there. If you want to learn, it's there. And
Hmm.
I am just a testament. You've got two different women here, one who's had entrepreneurial experience and one that didn't, and both have come into this business and are successful in the business. So you don't
Absolutely.
need experience. You don't
Hmm.
need prior business experience, because I certainly didn't have it.
Hmm.
So anybody can do this business and be
Yeah.
successful. And with the right mindset and the right drive, you will be successful. So there you go, everybody. Thank you for listening to us and taking the time to hear what we have to say. If you're interested in finding out about our business, we will be more than happy to speak with you. Just
Yeah.
send us off a message, whichever page you're watching from. Send us off a message, or you can go to our website, which is on our pages as well, and register for the 90-minute webinar.
Hmm.
Yeah, so you can start either way, by yourself, just by registering on the 90-minute webinar, or contacting us. We're more than happy to speak with you. What else would you like to add, Yuji?
Yeah, so well, I'll first of all say thank you, our viewers. And if you're going to watch a replay later on, please do well to add your location. We just want to know how, diverse and broad our community is. And then I would encourage you to come out of your comfort zone. If
Yes,
in fact you do not know what is ahead of you if you do not try, right?
that's
You do not know what is ahead of you if you do not try. Do your due diligence. Everybody is looking for, different ways to earn extra. It has become a necessity. It has become, an essential. We all need different streams of income. So this is an opportunity. From
yes.
experience and knowledge, and by what we know, we confidently tell you that this is the right place. But do well to get the conviction and dive in if you're interested. Thank you.
And thank you, Yuji, for joining me today. And I hope
Yeah.
everybody has a wonderful day wherever you are. Take
Yeah.
care. Take care, everyone.